Time to travel and cruise tips. Thanks for watching this video, which is part of our Visit Tasmania collection. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give a like if you find this video to be useful. Check the links in the description to see the full list of Tasmanian videos or go to the playlist link. Now about Queenstown in Tasmania. Lots of people ask if Queenstown is worth visiting while in Tasmania. To be honest, without knowing much about Queenstown, my reason to visit there was only to have a break during the drive back to Hobart from Cradle Mountain. Queenstown is the largest town on the west coast of Tasmania. It is located 260 kilometres northwest of Hobart and 118 kilometres southwest of Cradle Mountain and 215 kilometres southwest of Launceston. It sits in a valley between Mount Lyell and Mount Owen. The dramatic hills surrounding the town provide clear evidence of its history, where it was once one of the richest mining towns in the world. Like many first-time visitors, I was struck by the brutal beauty of a moonscape town, a legacy of more than a century of mining. What attracted me then was the unique mountain view from the main street of the town. Then the Empire Hotel is something you will not miss. It has a prominent facade in the town's streetscape. Built in 1901 during the mining era, some people call it the Grand Old Lady of the West Coast. West Coast Wilderness Railway, a unique train ride through the rare rainforest on Tasmania's rugged west coast, caught my eyes while reading about tourist attractions in Queenstown. The West Coast Wilderness Railway officially began its operations in 1897 as the only link between Queenstown and the port of Strahan. The railway was the only way to get copper mined at Queenstown to markets until 1932, when a road from Queenstown to Hobart was completed. The railway continued to be in operation for another 31 years until 1963. This railway is significant due to its ABT track system used to conquer the mountainous terrain through the rainforest. The original locomotives are still operating on the railway today. In 2002, the restoration of the railway, with $20 million of funding from the federal government, made it into a tourist attraction with a focus on sharing the history of Tasmania's west coast. The Queenstown station is opposite the Empire Hotel, very easy to find. We did the Rack and Gorge tour, which is a half-day journey on a heritage steam train through a remote rainforest to the King River Gorge, turning at Double Barrel, then returning to Queenstown. Panning for gold at Lynchford was certainly a highlight for the kids, and many adults too. Climb the steep mountainside under the power of the ABT track system, and seeing the train turned on the turntable for our return journey to Queenstown was an interesting and unique experience for us. There are two types of carriages you can choose from. A standard heritage carriage, which is what we had, or if you prefer a more luxurious experience, you can choose the wilderness carriages, where wine and lunch are included. There is a small cafe at Lynchford Station, which we found very handy. We have learned a lot about the history of the West Coast, and it was certainly a unique experience. There are various tours you can do. Check out the link to their website below for tour details and pricing. Nelson Falls, another place I wanted to visit on the west coast, was Nelson Falls. Nelson Falls is a 1.4 kilometre Grade 1 hike located in the Franklin-Gordon Wild Rivers National Park. It on average takes around 20 minutes to complete. It is listed as one of the 60 great short walks in Tasmania. The track is 24 kilometres east of Queenstown and 59 kilometres west of Derwent Bridge. The car park is just on the side of the Lyell Highway and is well signposted. It's such a delightful short walk from the Lyell Highway and gives you a great opportunity to stretch your legs during the drive on the highway. It takes you along the river through dense rainforest to a beautiful set of waterfalls. There's nothing more mesmerising than staring at the water of the falls, and we had it all to ourselves. What a wonderful place, hidden just 1 kilometre away from the highway. If you drive out to the west coast, don't miss it. Linda, Something else interesting near Queenstown is a tiny town called Linda, 7.5 kilometres east of Queenstown. While driving on the highway, you will not miss the town's only significant remains, the Royal Hotel, an abandoned dark grey two-storey building on the side of the highway, which gives you a peek at the mining boom in the area in the 1900s. But now Linda is a ghost town. Despite being a ghost town, the Linda Cafe, sitting beside the ruin of the Linda's Royal Hotel, is a popular place. We have heard many good reviews about their coffee and pastry. Unfortunately, as it was in the evening when we drove past, it was closed. To be honest, the place looked rather eerie at dusk when no one was around. Rusty Iron Thai Chinese restaurant. One more thing I have to mention is our dining experience in Queenstown. While we felt like eating some Asian food for dinner in the evening, we didn't expect anything too exciting when we decided to give the Rusty Iron Thai Chinese restaurant a try. The restaurant is on the main street of the town. When we arrived, the rusty but beautiful ambience inside had struck me. It suits the town so well and is very inviting. We ordered a few Thai dishes to share. They came quite fast and tasted absolutely delicious. We honestly didn't expect to find such a good quality Asian food restaurant in this town. It was a delightful surprise. How was your visit to Queenstown? Let us know in the comments below. Almost everyone who travels to the west part of Tasmania would visit Cradle Mountain. It is definitely my favourite place to visit in Tasmania. In this video, I talk about the hikes we did at Cradle Mountain, so why not check it out? Also, once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you found this video to be useful, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for checking it out.